So you can see some buys over here. You see as I expand, this is my buy entry. This area is my buy entry, and you see what I did here also. I came here and I documented something. I don't know whether you're seeing what I documented. I always make sure your entry aligns with MSNR level. It makes the entry more sniper. Look at what I did here. I came to 30 minutes. You see the sniper entry at 30 minutes? Look at this. So no. We are the second entry. This was for the first entry. Let's go to the second entry. Can you see the second entry? Yeah, the second. Can you see this QM? This is a QM level. This is a QM level. So if you come here, you go to 15 minutes. You see as I arranged it. So you see as price tapped it. Come to the 5 minutes. This entry was made from the 1 minute. I want you to just know that this entry was made from the 1 minute. So if you come here, you'll see what happened. You look at took out this liquidity. Our main target, this is our main target. Our main target is this liquidity. You understand? So when we hit this 1.35, we know that more entries for us. That's why we were able to take this buy. We're on the uptrend. We are still within our uptrend. So that's why we knew that there was high volatility here. So that's why I took this entry. So the second entry was taken because I knew that we have not taken out this liquidity. That's why I took this entry, and we found the new trend line. First of all, we had this trend line. That was what gave us the first entry. The second trend line gave us the second entry. You understand? So that's why I took this bar you are seeing here. This bar you are seeing here. And let me expand this so you can see why I took this buy. So when I we swipe this liquidity, we still moved up, but when we hit this quantum level, we retrace. So when we retrace, I took my buy because we are still within this trend line. I took my buy, and I also looked at this MSNR level. This MSNR, I told you how I got it. So the QM level plus 30 minutes level. So when we hit that level, I knew we were going to jump up a bit. That's why I took that buy, and I made sure my stop loss is below that level. If you go to 1 minute, I expand, you will see the actual thing that even gave me a clue that we're going to go there. What gave me that clue is this. You can see we had the first pump, we have the second pump, and we have the third one. So I knew that after this bucket will try to fill out this gap. These are fair value. I call them fair value cars. I don't even want to know if they are filled or not. And when we hit this, I got my third one. Now after getting the third one, I knew that we might need to target this daily zone. If you come to the daily chart, let's clear all these things so we can know where we get the third entry. This entry failed. This was my third entry. It failed because that entry is that entry failed actually. I will show you why the entry failed. It was a good one also because when we took out this liquidity, we are expected to go to this daily liquidity because this daily liquidity was very high, and I don't like taking and I take before the liquidity. So remember, right, this is liquidity one. Let me label this as liquidity one. This is liquidity one. So we'll be getting we'll be getting this is liquidity two. So we'll call this liquidity two. Liquidity two is the daily liquidity two. So when we take out liquidity, we always try to come down. Sometimes when we take out liquidity, we can reverse the whole price. Depends on the news at that moment. But since there was no news, there was nothing. We knew that today is going to be a bullish day. All true. There's no need of VS coming in here to it's only when there's a news effect. There's at a particular time where they might take out a liquidity and reverse the price completely. But because there's no news at this particular time, so what I did was when we took out this first liquidity, I knew the second liquidity was in place, so I think that there is more entries. So what did I do? I come to the this is becoming more tiny, so I don't want a tiny price action. So I came here. I said, okay, let's delete this for now. So I came here. I said, okay, we still have some buys around this area. You see this green area. You see this first pump, second pump, and third one. This one was the one that gave this. So I knew that after this third one, okay, I knew that this first one will give us the right one. So that's why you see me taking buys around here. And also, if I want to clean this thing with MSNR level also, because that was a very good buy. If I want to take it with MSNR level, you will see that we have the 15 minutes level is looking a bit noisy. Let's come here. We still have that same MSNR level after that pump, but we have I don't know how I'm gonna put this now. We had all these levels. This resist. Let me just read this QML level, and these are the two major levels we have. Let's go to the 1 minute. You see that we had those two major levels. As this is for my third entry. This is for my third entry. So for the third entry, I was looking to take buys around here. I was looking to take buys around there because we have some strong MSNL levels around that place. The 15 minutes is noisy. The 30 minutes is a bit noisy. I don't have to use QML. I don't like using resistance at this. I like using my QM levels. So I matched the 30 minutes with the 1 hour here for this third entry. The third entry failed. I got stopped out. Now, let me tell you why I got stopped out. When I took this buy around here, because I know this green line is where always gives. So when I saw the green line mapping with my MSNR level, I knew that okay, price will hit here and reverse. So I was my target was this liquidity too. But market came back and hit this level. I also had another buy entry here because I was like, if this person fails, this one, Now why am I taking all these buys? These buys are not more dependent on this trend line. This trend line is already casted. I don't even like the trend line yet. The trend line now has turned to liquidity. Or for my to my third entry. Why my third entry is based on this trend line? Let me tell you my third entry is based on this first trend line we came. So as long as we are still in this first trend line, I know we are still bullish. So that's why I took this entry. I also have another entry here. So the trend line is still holding. And what made this one more sweeter is that this is resistant, turn support. That's why this is the best entry ever. And what do you know another thing that makes this level more sweet? I should have even placed another entry here. When this market came back here, I should have placed another entry going all the way to the next liquidity. Not only breaking that next liquidity and go to the next trend line. Just look at this. Who saw this? Not anybody sees this. This is New York time. Close to 14 o'clock. That's when we hit this entry. So we're supposed to take another entry going to 1.5, 1.42. And I don't know if we are having any resistance. Let me see if we have any resistance around this level. Do we have any resistance? We have a but me, I don't like taking out of taking to all these levels, this daily support, because that's the main target for that buy. But me, I'll just take out of that. But can you see the market trend at that? So this one failed. We can't refute it, failed, but this one was the original touch. So this is my third touch of the line. Since we are still within that trend line, I am still taking my buys. That's why trend lines are very powerful. And now we have resistance break support. Let me tell you, I'm seeing another. There's another entry here. When we breach this level again, I would have taken another entry again. We have not even breached to the next entry is just to breach the trend line. So this is another entry. I don't know whether somebody is seeing it. This is another entry. This one, this one that came and breached that entry. I would have even taken it above the trend line to take it above the trend line, blasting the because this is New York. New York, they are very aggressive when it comes to buying. They have the money. You understand? So I would have taken another entry, maybe put it at this level. But this swing is too high, so I would have raised this higher to maybe 18 pips or something. But if I put it at 10 and put this in at 3, you see that it's too low. I want to see it come down. So if my stop loss always determine my next entry, I would have carried it to somewhere here, maybe to 4 point something or 5. Then I'll increase this one to like what? To like 15 pips. And I'll put this one to like 5 pips. Yeah, sir. So this is a better entry. So when market, I give those once your stop loss has more room, you can be able to take profit. Or you can still reduce it. The only thing is that if you reduce, you'll be having to stop losses, which is. But I felt like hitting this level already. But I've already hit profits here. But I just felt like we might still take more buys to the upside, blasting this liquidity, and that's what would have given me this third entry. Before we hit this level, I would have just taken a one is to another one is to three. Yeah. Because of New York, and you can see in breach here. This is resistant ton support. So this entry would have been during Asia. Two entries would have been during Asia. And told them that in fact I would have taken three entries during Asia. One taking the same high liquidity entry. Another one after we took out this was the liquidity we took out first. So when we took out this liquidity, we came and retested. This is really our second entry, blasting this level completely. I don't even know where we are going to go, but now we'll blast it. I reach this will my next resistance, this quantum line. Before we start even talking about this resistance, you might still hit it, you might not hit it. That would have been it. So I would have gotten three entries. This one would have been a very risky one because this one would have had this kind of stuff. This one was going directly to this level because it's Asia. Why am I taking this long level? Why I'm taking this long level because of this Asia? So I would have gotten three more entries here. So I would have gotten a profit here. I would have gotten a profit here. I would have gotten a loss somewhere here. I would have gotten three more profits. So if I'm going to be doing, I'll be doing like if I'm using risking zero, I'll go to 1.5% here. Another one, this is 3%. I would have lost, then this 2.5%. 1.5, another 1.5, another 1.5. This is 1.5. This is let's say this wait, let me say this is 1.5 of this is 3%. 1.5 of it. And another 3%. 4.5%. I would have gotten 4% profit today. Just with this trade. This is the summary of maybe those put this trade here. I'll say third entry at New York. That was 14 o'clock. This even came in before 14 o'clock. Let's just see at 13. Let's see at 13, 13, at 13. So you see, so liquidity two. So that's my third entry at 13 o'clock. And I made three entries that time. Three sniper entries that you can never. This one fails, so we just delete it out. So you see, this is how we trade. It's a very people trade. Thank you.